Hey guys, Chris here, Photography. If you've tuned in before, you know this is a departure from your normal photography channel on YouTube, or shuffled chronology, expedition, a flight as it were. I've never claimed to be normal. In fact, I made a video about it. This is Park Anywhere, in any province, in any country. This is what it's come to. This beautiful clock is in fact a time machine. This time machine, a time machine. It's part of an extended project I've been working on for the past 3 years. The destination is a gallery not far from here. Anyways, my point is I'm going to take you along for a few of these photographs today. I need a few photographs in this diffuse light with the time machine. The time machine. Anyways, it's colder than a well digger's ass out here. I didn't bring these groceries. They were already here, but I thought it made for an interesting foreground. Anyways, let's get to it. I'm going to exploit manna from heaven, a found object here in the foreground. Groceries for the unfortunate. Some of the many living in our public spaces now for a variety of reasons. I'm choosing 100 millimeters for these. I want them very compressed and tight, isolated subjects. As you may know, the tighter you get on a subject or a composition, the fewer elements you really want to have in it. So what I'm looking for are the charity and the way that these items of charity were just left at the side as if the people who benevolently left them thought they were feeding animals or something. So what I want is just a touch of the bags and the clock. I'm shooting 16 by 9 and this car is in my way. But I think I'm gonna get something here. That's a little too tight. This car is just a little too close. I have to get right down on the cold, frigid pavement to get this one. Down and dirty and cold. Apropos. There we go. Okay. No, I'm trying to, actually I'm grateful you're here. I'm trying to get a composition of these bags here with the, did you leave those by any chance? No? Oh, okay. Have a good day. Warming the hands. I'm only wearing cycling gloves today because I have to operate the camera in cold, which means fumbling fingers. All right, now we have our space. I'm going to have to back the car up. Right. Rebel, how appropriate. Now I just need a little time here, a couple minutes. That's all. Please, give me a couple minutes. giving settings as an aspiring photographer or even an accomplished photographer. You need to figure these things out. And you should be watching and looking at photographs and assessing them for depth of field. Oh, I'm having a problem focusing here. What's going on? Okay. I generally use expandable spot, and that way I can plan my depth. But right now, I think I'm going to have to go to zone. I always meter for highlights and shoot in raw. There we go. There's one. Okay. Today, I want depth. I'm looking for deep focus because there's a brand new construction site behind here where these people are living in a field of apartments. Upscale apartments, it looks like. And so in some of these compositions or the framing, I'm trying to include that for juxtaposition. And trying to avoid the trademark names in the bags. Oh, that's a nice one with the tents mixed in with the plastic bags. Okay, I think we've got it. Time to warm up. Oh boy, it's cold. Like I said, did I say it's colder than a well digger's ass? Because it's colder than a well digger's ass. No, that was about 55 minutes out there, according to the time machine clock. The reason I chose this particular location, there are about 8 of them in this small town. This town only has 48,000 people living in it, and there's at least 8 of these Hoovervilles. That's saying something. Brand new apartment construction over here, houses being built everywhere, and yet here at the Civic Center, where the curling and the swimming and the hockey and the ice skating and the public band stand exist, and the federal government building right across the street. See that big shiny building over there? Half of it is just an atrium, unused, heated. It's completely inane architecture. It's sort of like the continuation of the brutalist Ottawa architectural movement, you know. I think they made a film about it. Believe me, Ottawa doesn't look anything like that architecture in that film. The old spots look beautiful. The new are hideously grotesque. Intentionally so, I believe. But there's the shiny glass atrium burning up all that fossil fuel for no reason. And here's homeless people. And I know they're in those tents right now because the office for the outreach specifically addressing these homeless people in this community is right there. And I just saw 2 of those girls come out here and give 2 of these tents food and check on the others. There's more over here. It's a terrible, terrible thing. I've only been out there, like I said, for maybe an hour. My hands are freezing cold. Can you imagine living in those tents now? I'm a hiker, a retired biologist and forester. I've spent years equivalent living in tents, working in the winter up in the far north. Believe me, it's not fun, but having to live in it with no potential outlet, that's something else. Terrible. Terrible. And that's what I'm trying to capture here. I won't know until I get home whether or not the juxtaposition of those government shiny buildings are going to look good, but we're going to go over here in the parking lot, and I'm going to try and get a picture, and I'm going to try and get a photograph of the time machine clock looking out the window at that government building. Maybe included in the exhibit. You know, I'm using a 1, 2, 3 combination sort of display format this time. I think I can turn up this road. Yes, I can. And I'll have to turn around, I think, and go back. One-way streets down here. Anyway, back in a sec. huge atrium. Lovely view from inside this lovely warm atrium. And right over there, a homeless encampment. Lovely. Within 5 minutes, they send personnel out to try and scare me off and tell me I'm not allowed to photograph inside a government building.